Hello there. If you only had access to mainstream media, you'd have no idea of the scale of the farmers' revolt across Europe. This will only get more massive. Right now, farmers are making their feelings known across France, Germany and Belgium. And the slogans, no farmers, no food, no future, no food without farmers, and the end of us would mean famine for you, appear everywhere. While Dutch farmers were recently rewarded for their direct action with success in the recent elections. Right now, the French farmers are battling to establish a siege of Paris and preventing food from entering the capital so as to give their elite Parisians the message that farmers and agriculture do matter. And yesterday, Belgian farmers blocked part of the Brussels ring road with tractors. In Germany, farmers are blocking the ports of Hamburg, Bremerhaven and Wilhelmshaven with tractors and burning tyres, with protesters shouting, "We will be arrested, but we are not leaving." Yahoo News reported, around 100 tractors were parked on strategic routes leading to Hamburg's port area, disrupting access to Germany's biggest such facility and one of the busiest in Europe for international container shipping. And all because of globalist net zero rules that are embraced by the European Union and are to be foisted on their farmers by their own governments. With the end result being more expense for less yield, so forcing prices up for everyone. More land will have to be left fallow or be rewilded, so reducing available agricultural real estate. While farmers will be expected to spend more time and money on looking after habitats and less time producing food. Just at a period in our history when governments across Europe should be looking at the fragile global security situation and going for broke on food self-sufficiency. But all the farmers see for the future is them being forced off the land and food imports rocketing. And importing food is not only not green, it also raises questions about food quality. Now consider the average age of the farming community. In the UK, it's 59 years old, with even the BBC saying that a lack of young farmers is threatening our food security. So, where's the government push to boost farming and make it an attractive career option? As far as I can see, there isn't one. Far from it, there seems to be a push with financial incentives to get people off the land. Just like our armed forces, making it as difficult and unattractive as the government can. But this push by our establishments to kill off agriculture comes directly on the heels of the push to remove industries like engineering and manufacturing out of Europe as well. It looks to me like we will be importing everything we need in the future: food, clothes, computers, cars, batteries, white goods, the lot. Soon, at the rate this is developing, none of that stuff will be produced within the EU or the UK. We'll be too busy working from home, filling in spreadsheets and working on word processors or other aspects of the service economy. The trouble is that you cannot eat spreadsheets. As far as I can see, our Western governments have bought into net zero hook, line, sinker, boat and jetty. And they are determined to go the whole hog of turning whole swathes of our countryside into non-productive protected wildlife zones. No-go areas for destructive humans, no doubt. We are in the process of being separated from the very land that sustains us. And we will be 100% reliant on external bodies and forces to keep us alive. And if you believe in the green jobs revolution, I give you Port Talbot, where going eco has just cost 3,000 people their jobs, as well as removing the UK's ability to make virgin steel from base products like iron ore, coal and oxygen. All we'll have left is a steel recycling plant, and that only lasts as long as you have steel to recycle. And think about this. Were our government actually thinking we'd be a manufacturing and exporting powerhouse going forwards, then making virgin steel would be regarded as a necessity. But as Sunak and his cronies are dismantling our virgin steel making capability, then my assumption is manufacturing and exports are not in their plans for our economy. They're assuming we'll just be recycling what we've got and then importing all the new stuff we need. Where does that leave our car and vehicle industries? So who will be making and supplying our brand new steel? China? India? So while our politicians strut the world stage preening themselves while informing the world that we're totally net zero and clean and green, we'll be importing stuff made by carbon-heavy industries elsewhere about the globe and shipping it in. That's if, and it is a big if, our then totally unbalanced and service-oriented economy can earn us enough to be able to buy in such things as basic foods. How long would it be before the rest of the world cottoned on and just used AI computing to produce their own spreadsheets and word-processed documents? And further, the really crucial point. As we found out after we gave up nuclear energy in the UK, all the relevant expertise went abroad and went to where nuclear energy and research was still considered important. So if we don't have a manufacturing and technology base here in the UK, how on earth can we research and come up with new ideas? We can't. We are being fed a complete pile of manure, and they expect the people to just swallow it and accept a decline in their standard of living to pure subsistence levels. And the governments use their diversity targets and mass immigration to sow division. Divide and rule. Do not look at what governments promise or what they say. Look at what governments achieve with their policies and actions. Look around you. Across the EU and the UK, government policies have led to the erosion of both industry and agriculture. Imposing net zero on us will make all the ordinary folks seriously poorer, and the powers that be know it. They're just hoping they can get it all in place before enough of us realise it. But it looks like France, Germany, the Netherlands and Belgium have woken up, and one hopes the UK will quickly follow suit. We need to protect ourselves from net zero overreach. As the chairman of the Net Zero Scrutiny Group of 50 Tory MPs, Craig McKinley, said in the Telegraph yesterday, the rush to net zero presents a severe threat to industries that have been the lifeblood of our economy. And I would say that one of those industries is our farming. He also said that Rishi Sunak's push to net zero has put us on the path to ruin. As far as I'm concerned, this path to ruin had been carefully mapped out for us decades ago. Rishi is just another in a succession of leaders who is slavishly following the script.